I do think that no matter what people's stances are on the stadium itself, there actually is a lot of overlap in what people agree they want to see in a deal. More housing, more metro and transit, less parking, good paying jobs for DC residents, especially living in neighborhoods where development never seems to happen. Folks want to see a lot of green space, take advantage of, protections for our rivers and the islands that are next to the site, and smart, clean energy to ensure progress in our city's future. On one hand, that is a lot to ask for an organization whose main focus is to field a competitive football team to win championships. On the other hand, that is the job they're signing up for. What we are considering is effectively a sole source contract to redevelop 180 acres of prime waterfront land that we haven't had access to for a generation. It should have been ours to decide what to do with decades ago, and I want to thank the mayor and her team for working incredibly hard to get that federal legislation through, which lets us be the decider of what it is that we're going to do with this site. And that's something, again, no matter what you think of a stadium, it's the right decision that we are in control of that destiny. With the deal before us, there isn't an alternative or alternatives, though, to compare it with. The team's interest and upside is obvious. I've heard many times the team's prepared to invest close to $3 billion in the stadium, and that it would be the biggest private investment in the district ever. Some say we'd be fools not just to say yes right away. But I also want people to know that district taxpayers, through both direct spending and tax breaks, would be contributing over $4 billion over the next 30 years. It's at least the second highest public subsidy of an NFL stadium in history. By moving into DC again, the team's value is also going to increase significantly. So we would be fools not to scrutinize it and work toward a deal that's better and more fair to DC taxpayers. And while any deal, including the one before us with amendments already made by Chairman Mendelson, I think is a big improvement over the vast nothingness that we've had there since the 90s, our own council budget analysis and independent reviews show us clearly we can and must do better. So when you factor in the significant money the city is giving to the team outright and how the team won't be paying rent or property taxes or sales tax on some of those transactions, the same taxes we ask of every resident and small business, the case for further negotiations gets stronger and stronger, and those conversations have continued in earnest. I also understand this is more than just a financial decision for many residents and many people in this room. Generations of Washingtonians remember fondly going to the old RFK Stadium with friends and family. I heard that in our testimony yesterday often. The opportunity to walk to a game, let alone host a Super Bowl, is enthralling for all of us. Nostalgia is a powerful motivator, and the team's run to the NFC Championship last winter couldn't have been better timed. The future's bright for this team, and the possibilities endless for the memories that can be created at a proposed new stadium. But I'm also mindful this body deliberated for quite a long time on a very tight budget. And so all of these decisions that we make have to make sure we're not trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, but really think about what this project can do for our city and how to secure that future. So lastly, my approach today is looking to secure commitments for a deal that reflects just how much DC residents are investing in and hoping to see come from a stadium deal. The deal is not done yet. And as I've said, there's an eternity between now and Friday. So I'm hoping that we can continue to work to make this a good and a fair deal. Let's talk about how we get a deal that is based on what we heard yesterday and over the past few months since the deal was announced to make sure that it is a fair and good deal for DC. Thank you, Mr. Chair.